The podcast you are about to listen to contains at least one of the following: strong language, disturbing topics, abusive opinions, generally things that aren't appropriate for little kids or overly sensitive people. So, if any of that stuff's going to get your nose out of joint, this is your chance to turn it off. Welcome to I Had to Say It, the podcast where I talk about things that I feel need talking about, and sometimes they're not getting the attention they deserve. And your feelings, they're not under consideration. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of I Had to Say It. Joining me today is Dre of the Tattooed Squid podcast. I've talked about it in the past, and now he is here to talk to me for you folks to listen to. Say hi!
In the flesh, not the scales. But I get to sit back now and enjoy the view.
Well, you're looking at me. I don't know how much enjoyment there is there.
Yeah, you look like just like me, man. Yeah, we're like this. You know, it's like a spin image. We're looking in the mirror. Yeah, you just need to get tattoos. You know,
yeah, well, I just need more tattoos. I do have some. They're just
I know you do, but
you're
don't
all
have
covered.
Like visible like I do. You know?
No, I do. I do need to start sleeving up a little bit. That would be. I've got them planned. I just don't have the money.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh wow, look, my heartbeat is not really going that well. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's just basically we're just kind of here to talk about some things. How have things been treating you? How are you feeling with this new year? Are we cautiously optimistic, or are we convinced it's gonna be more of the same old shit?
I'm more optimistic. I'm more, you know, when it comes to like planning or something, I'm always planning ahead as it is. But I just like to, uh, whatever comes by, not even to get majorly upset or something if something goes wrong. I just go with the flow and that's it. So I think that's what the whole New Year thing would be. So can't believe it's almost February. Yeah. Yeah. Once I get my week and a half vacation, which like after this week comes up, I'll do a full week of work and then I got like a week and a half off. So I can finally take down the
Nice.
Christmas. I can take down the Christmas shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually I did that like literally right after Christmas because the way my company's like you got to use your vacation time if you got any left because
Yeah.
um, with their policies for COVID and everything. Like I work for a great company, I really do. I love my job, and with their
They're
COVID,
listening. They're listening.
well, I mean, if they do, I'm not blowing smoke with it. We've established that I'm pretty much the same guy outside of the podcast.
Raise.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, no, we just had that talk. Like, yeah, I'll take on this extra responsibility. It's going to cost you, but but I'll do it. You want to start farming me out to go to clients? Sure. But
I need a new car. I need a.
well, no, actually, that's already like if I have to start going to sites, yeah, car, flights, per diem, the whole bang, the whole shebang.
The whole shiggy
But yeah, so but the policy was because like if anything came up COVID related, we had to not come into the office, but we still got paid. So so it was like because of that, we're making the HR policy, and actually our HR stuff is like subcontracted. The HR company was just like, since you guys did things this way, you're not getting to roll over your PTO this year. So like basically most of the month of December, everybody was just like, yeah, I'm off next. Like I did not work a 5-day work week from like the second week of November to the end of the year because I hadn't taken any PTO, and with the way the holidays fell and everything, like they were on Fridays, so it's like, well, I'm not taking that Friday off. I don't have to. It's a holiday. So I literally had 4-day work weeks for like a month and a half.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, the last week of December, I still had 3 days left. And with the way Christmas and New Year's fell, we were off on Monday for Christmas because Christmas was on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then New Year's Eve was Friday. So that was a half day. I was like, man, I got 4 days and there's 3.5 days left between this day and that. I'm just taking the whole week off.
Yeah, there
So
you go.
I wound up, my last day of work was the Thursday the week before, which was uh, the 23rd, and then that was
Yeah,
off the 24th through the 4th of this year. And I was like,
nice.
yeah. I got a lot of nothing accomplished too. I was very very proud of myself. I didn't do shit. We put away the decorations and we're basically just like chilling for a week and a half. It was beautiful.
Yeah, we try. we we were gonna do that. We did like one bottom half of it, and then we're gonna do the top half. But then Mother Nature wanted to stick her nose, and then and say, "Hey, we're just gonna give you some kind of snow and some rain and some cloudy fucking shit."
Yeah, and see, you guys
And
actually got at least a little actual winter weather. We
yeah,
got snow yesterday. That's when it snowed this winter for us so far.
I
I'm
don't know.
like,
We call
this is
we
fucking
went outside today.
ridiculous.
We called Jack Frost. It's like tickling my Tinkerbells. We called like outside. I was like,
Like,
oh,
woohoo!
give me some money.
Like that's brisk. Kiss me
Yeah.
first.
I know. I'm just like, oh my god! It feels like the movie, the claymation Christmas
Yeah,
thing.
with like the what you call it, the Heat Miser
Yeah,
and Jack
yeah,
Frost.
yeah.
Wasn't that
Jack
it?
Frost and what
The
was
guy
it
with the
like?
orange hair, right?
Yeah, well, he's orange hair when he's like human, but then when he's like he plays Jack Frost, but he's like all like icicle and snow almost.
Yeah,
Yeah, but basically
yeah,
there's a Burgermeister. I don't know if it was a Burgermeister. There was like a
yeah,
Cossack. There was a
yeah,
Cossack, riding around taking money and
yeah. Like, yeah. Oh man, now I kind of want to go watch that.
there you go.
There you go.
Especially you had the puppet too. Go, that's like Kubla. Oh, Kubla, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it was just
yeah.
like it's funny. I was like, oh wow, you don't see this every day. And then we go on the, we go on to certain platforms or whatever to try to find it, and they want you to pay for it. I'm like, no, it was on regular
Yeah,
fucking TV when I was little.
yeah. It used to be on TV at like nonstop all the time back in the day. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
That's
No,
how
that
they.
was Christmas Story. That was a
Yeah,
pain in the ass.
yeah. But that's how they get you. Though. They monetize our nostalgia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what happens. Money is money.
true.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna make money off of you. What? Which gives me. I have a pet peeve about Hollywood, and I think I mentioned this to you a week ago before. How Hollywood has no original thought in their fucking brain,
Oh, without a
and
doubt.
I'm not gonna. I don't even care if they hear this because honestly, they don't know me.
Yeah, and even
But
if they did, it's not like they're looking to put us in movies. So fuck them.
yeah, I know. I mean, I tried out for a couple, but
So I think we'd be entertaining as hell, but
definitely, man.
nonetheless, fuck them.
I know to look like a serial killer, but anyway. But no, but it was like I was watching. Yeah, what kind of movies did you like again? Do you like comic book movies?
I like comic book movies. I like comedies. I like adventure movies. I like a little bit of everything,
Well,
basically.
I know you're a Mel Brooks fan, like I am.
Yes,
So
I'm a huge Mel
yeah,
Brooks fan.
exactly. Yeah, folks, if you I did a thing where I put some Mel Brooks stuff, and I was trying to be culture coordinated, and some of the stuff is very non PG.
Yeah, no, a lot of those things won't track these days, but
No,
I,
especially when you're trying to say not to say the N word. And
amongst other
it's
things. But
yeah,
yeah,
and it's
that's a
in
big
there,
one.
and I was like, "Fuck!" I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
well,
no, I actually I saw. It's funny you said. I saw a meme the other day. One of my friends put it on Facebook or something. I think might
no,
have been Twitter, might have been Facebook. I don't remember. Uh, that's the other thing is I've been like a little shell shocked these last few days. Like
yeah,
since going back to work, it's really hard. I've been hard getting my stride back because it's like I got really used to like taking a nap around like 2:30 every day, and
yeah.
now I'm all of a sudden I'm 2:30 now. I'm like at my desk.
I always take a nap as it is. It's called lunch. I'm like,
Yeah,
that was
but
it.
and the project I'm working on right now is a lot of paperwork and stuff, so it's extra special. We're just like,
Yeah, but
but
but what I
yeah,
was saying about with comic book movies, they always have somebody playing, a character, whatever. So, but then you look at it like, oh wow, that's great, like Fantastic Four, let's just say, like the original Fantastic Four, and
yeesh.
then they had Chris. Oh, I forgot the fucking name now. He was playing the Human Torch.
Oh,
Chris Evans.
Evans, yes.
Yeah,
So there's like
and,
three of them. Chris,
yeah,
Chris,
yeah.
Chris.
It's like, and then but then now he plays like like Captain America. And I'm like, the fuck is this shit? It's like he plays this character in this one. Do some unknown shit. Don't get like crazy. I was just going on a pet peeve and a ransacking of everything about you know
Yeah.
we call it the movies and all that. We just watched Eternals last night.
So I haven't seen that one yet.
It's really good actually.
It's
I
like,
have to say
I
it's
think it's on streaming
really
now.
yeah it is. It's on Disney Plus. So
Yes,
if
maybe
you
I'll
don't,
check that out later, like
yeah, no, yeah,
after we're done, because
yeah.
I get the impression my wife's going to bed early tonight. I think she's just had enough of my shit. I don't know. When I was getting ready to come in here, she's like, "All right, well, I'll probably take a shower and get ready for bed while you're in there podcasting." And I'm like, "Okay, does that mean you're going to be in bed when I get done?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm kind of tired."
No. Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, now to be fair, she's been up since like 5:30, so
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
she got up with me this morning because she knew we had a bunch of shit to do today, and like normally I get up at like 5:30 and I let the dog out and I feed the dog and I feed the cat and
yeah,
get start my day because that's when I get up and get ready for work. and,
yeah,
and this morning, since we had a bunch of shit to do today, she's like, "Okay, I'll get up too." Got up
yeah.
and started the coffee and then
Yeah, it was Saturday though,
putzing around. Yeah,
You get
it's normally I'd like to be a little lazier on Saturdays, but
yeah,
like
definitely. Yeah.
she's back in school and classes start on Monday, and she had to go get her books today, so because
All right.
she couldn't do it during the week because I had the car. We've only got the one car right now, so
Yeah.
it was like,
That's what,
well, I'm at work, so and the bookstore, because of the COVID and everything else, is running on like stupid hours. Or like, yeah, we're only open from like 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. during the week, and it's like, yeah, that's great for anybody that doesn't have a fucking job.
yeah.
But
Yeah. I'm at
yeah,
home. I'm opening from 12 p.m. to 7, but mostly I'm sleeping.
yeah, and so so we had to go grab that, and then we had to go
Yeah.
grocery shopping, and we
The
decided to.
necessities.
Yeah, we stopped and got breakfast, which was nice because I didn't have to cook, so
Yeah.
so that was a plus. And I had a whole bunch of clothes I had to go pick up from the dry cleaners because work basically.
Yeah.
I ordered there was a website that I ordered like 6 pairs of pants from because they were on sale,
Yeah.
and they got here and they were all like the inseam matched the waistline basically. And I'm a big dude, so like, yeah, I have like a 52-inch pants because I'm a pretty hefty fella, but I only have like a 30-inch inseam, so
Yeah.
like I could not wear any of these pants, so I had to take them and get them tailored.
You're like,
So
here you go. You
yeah,
know
I'm
the
like,
deal.
I would like my pants back now, please.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the dry cleaner tailor place is only open till like noon, so I had to go hauling ass there this morning,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's on the other side of town from the school. So,
You're like, oh, Jesus
and
Christ.
then yeah, and then like I said, in between there, we stopped and got breakfast, and
Yeah.
I got
Takeout
got a
breakfast is good.
skillet. It was the way to go.
Oh, the skill. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I'm like, yeah, I can hear that,
Yep. Oh,
like
it was
sizzle
pretty.
coming out. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, it was kind of like I had like cheat day on top of that, so it was like because we've been trying to be fairly healthy-ish. I need to drop another couple 100 pounds, but
Yeah.
yeah, get back down to my fighting weight. I'd be happy.
Yeah.
So that's like
Yeah.
another 160 pounds.
I'm actually
Um,
trying doing some vegan shit. I mean, not full blown vegan stuff, but a little bit of this, like a vegan, sausage, a vegan, patty, and maybe
yeah.
chicken, a meatless meatball.
Do you ever get
You
the
know.
it's the brand Garden Burger?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
They make a spicy corn and black bean patty. Oh man,
Oh,
it's on point.
yeah,
They are fantastic. I mean, they don't. And the thing I like about it is they don't try to like pretend they're meat. They don't make it meat flavored.
yeah,
It tastes like black beans and corn
yeah.
and like rolled oats and cheese. That's basically what it is. And as long as you don't go into it thinking you're getting a burger, you realize it's like a veggie patty. It's actually freaking delicious.
Yeah,
Put a little blackening seasoning on them and sear them in a pan. Oh man,
yeah. We call
that
it
shit is on point.
I bought what the hell they call them? They call them vegetable pasta.
Okay,
Where it's like pasta and it tells you it has like lentil, it
yeah, it's
has
all
spinach.
the different legumes in them and stuff. And
Yeah, but no, they have like spinach. They have like anything that's like greenish or whatever, and it's in the
yeah,
pasta.
yeah,
And I got it. I was like, all right, I'll try this out, and I love it.
yeah.
The only difference is like when you put it, you steam it in the microwave, fucking reeks. So when you open up
Yes,
that door, that whole like whatever that area that you're inhabiting at that time
yeah. You get that
is,
whole like, ooh,
yeah, you're like, oh, did you fart? No, this is the food.
that's
You
it.
know,
You're gonna eat something that smells like farts. Like, yeah, it's
yeah.
delicious.
She goes, don't ever cook that again. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So then I found like two things I needed for during the week, and I'm like, aha. And she goes, no, not now.
Not no,
So
please, no,
no,
no.
no, we'll get takeout. I'm like, she goes, I'll buy. I'm like, okay.
Okay, yeah. So that's always a fun one, you know.
Yeah,
Like
Chinese, let's do it.
Chinese. But yeah, no, they make a. I'll have to find the. I got the information for it. There's a lentil pasta. It's made out of lentils instead of
Yeah.
the flour,
Oh, okay.
and it's lower carb level. It's
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
and I thought it was going to be gross, but it's actually pretty good. It's like a nice penne shaped noodle, so you can make massacholi with it.
Oh,
The only thing is, the texture's a little different. It's a little like firmer.
yeah.
But if you put enough sauce in it and you let it cook, it soaks it up, and it's pretty damn good.
Since we're talking about food, that thing that you sent me for the
The
blueberry,
barbecue sauce.
yeah, barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
And we haven't really tried it yet because we got the ingredients. We just never got into the not gin, the
Bourbon.
alcohol. Yeah, the bourbon. We haven't really because we're not really bourbon drinkers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you don't have to use it. It's not.
Oh,
It's
really? Okay, no, we thought it was like
yeah.
the thing that you had to have.
No, I mean it does that makes it a bourbon barbecue sauce. But if you take that out,
Yeah.
you can put whatever you want in there as far as to simmer it. You know,
Okay.
because it's really just there for the flavor. But
All right.
if you take it out, it won't kill it. Actually, if you want to leave that out and put in a little vanilla extract,
Aha! I bought that. I bought that a week or a couple of days ago, so we can be able to do that.
yeah. I mean,
All right.
you
Cool.
don't have to put as much, so just like a tablespoon. It'll
Oh, okay.
give it that little hint of flavor. The bourbon side of it is more for like the oaky part, but
Yeah.
it'll still be good without it.
Okay. Cool.
So
Yeah. I'll
you
tell.
don't have to get hung up on waiting on that. It's still
Yeah. Yeah.
pretty on point.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell her we call it after this. We call it like, yeah, we can use vanilla extract instead of the bourbon. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because
like a teaspoon of it, and that's about it.
yeah, I mean it's just kind of you can adjust it to taste too. You want a little more, a little less,
Yeah. She mostly she'll go in there and goes, it needs salt.
Yeah,
Poor thing.
that's one of the things though. Like most of my recipes are actually pretty low sodium, just because that's how I cook.
Because I really want to try this blueberry we call barbecue sauce. I'm like, man, I want to try this shit. And I'm like, we had to wait. I'm like, oh fuck, come on. Yeah, but you ever seen there's a guy called No Fancy Shit.
Yes, yes, I have.
Oh
I
my
know
god.
exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, you're like
Rawr,
yeah.
quiet.
Moo.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Oh my god. I'm like looking at that thing, I'm like, oh, what's he gonna do next? And I'm like, oh. And then now he has like the mask and he can walk around
Yeah,
and you
the
can see
neon mask thing, that thing's cool.
yeah. I had one of those like when the Purge came out. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this one. I had like the Statue of Liberty one that's like glows in the dark and shit.
That's cool.
So
Yeah,
bro.
I can't find it. I had a stormtrooper helmet that had like little neon lights around the eye sockets and stuff.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, I don't know. It wasn't like a really cool fancy one. It was a cheap one I picked up. But like I said, I put the little LED lights around the eye sockets. It was hard to see out of when you turned them on, but it looked badass. So
Yeah.
because it was homemade, so it didn't really
Did you
it,
see those?
it wasn't well engineered. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Did you see those? Oh, what the fuck? Iron Man, the Iron Man mask.
Oh, the ones that like open. You
Yeah,
seen those? Yeah,
yeah.
those are
They're
cool.
selling them on the thing like like one is like $30 and the one's like 50. And you're
Yeah,
like,
no,
Jarvis, open up the mask, and they go,
those things are pretty badass.
I was like, man, I gotta give me one of those. Let's just like sit there, like I was actually before we started this, I was gonna go and get my donkey mask and just sit there and just go like, like what the fuck, Actually, and then what's funny, I'd seen yours, and then I saw Wine Dine Story Time.
Yes.
And folks, we call that's like our friends of podcasting, and it's like three women, and you're talking about food. We're talking about food. Those are the people that you need to get on this show to talk about food with you.
Yeah.
Because they make food for every fucking episode.
Yep, and it's always tied in by theme, which
Which is it's like,
and a lot
we're
of and
gonna...
then when she posts the pictures, and I'm always like, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. I'm like, son of a
that's it. I need my fix right there.
and then the bottle of wine, the Chianti or whatever,
Whatever that fits with the whole spiel.
It's like, oh,
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about Hannibal and all that, and next thing you know, it's like a bottle of Chianti, and
and some
and then
fava beans.
there's like farmer beans and everything else, but then all of a sudden the meat is like very fucking bloody, and it's like holy shit, and just like it was awesome. I sent like average, like when I usually I go with like Christmas, and then I take names out of a hat. And I took names out of a hat, and whoever gets a name, that pull a name out gets like a candy cane, and a Christmas card. So it's like a 12 days of Christmas, but I called it the 12 C's of Squidmas, and sent it out to certain people, and then they had theirs and all that. It's like, we got something from Squid. I left that in my house. And it was like candy canes, and they're like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, you bitch. You left you kept the candy canes all to yourself again.
Yep.
And it's like, we're so sorry, but thank you, Squid.
Like,
yeah. No problem. And I'm on the other side going like, I'm looking at like, no problem.
Boom. Yeah, no, they're definitely, they're pretty cool. And
yeah,
like
we
I said,
could.
that food is always looks so good.
Oh, I know. Just like thinking about it, I'm like, oh, and I know they said something, but I'm not gonna say it. But we could. Hopefully, I get them on my show. But definitely they gotta come on this show as well.
Yeah.
Talk about food and other stuff
other stuff.
Other stuff.
Yeah.
Different stuff.
I was actually kind of surprised how many people were like, "Yeah, dude, I want to come on your show." I'm like, I don't know any of y'all.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was cool the way you posted up, though. You're like, hey, I need some people for guests and all that. I'm like, come on.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not gonna lie. I just kind of assumed you were already like, yep, no, Dre, yes.
Nah, we call it.
Oh. No, go ahead.
No. I was gonna say we call it. Speaking of little, I actually bought one of those small little wallet things.
Oh, the
RFGs, I guess they call them, or RIFGs.
Yeah, the shield ones.
Yeah. So
you can't scan
hackers,
the cards.
Yeah, so hackers doesn't steal your shit.
Yeah, I gotta get one of those because I just got like the old money school clip one. So
yeah, because look,
it's handy, but no shield.
Look, we're gonna promote it on your show here. Look, see, look, here's the clip right here. This is where you put all your cards in here. They got the little like pocket thing right here. And apparently, there's a whole bunch of like holes.
Oh, that's cool.
And but then they got a little slot, like this right here, so you could push up,
Oh, and it
like
pops the cards out.
yeah, but it pops up like all your cards. It's not like the old one that they show, like you see it on TikTok, I guess,
Yeah.
where they have like a little thing. My friend has one, and you just pull the thing like this, and then it pops up like that. So it has like 4 or 5 like in a row, so you can pick out which one you want to. It's every fucking millionaire's fucking dream. I tell you, like, oh, which one should I use now, the platinum or the gold? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I ordered another one, not this, but something different because I seen how small it was, and my friend was telling me, he goes, yeah, it's a pain in the ass because when you put it in your back pocket, it does murder on your leather seats.
Yeah. I was gonna say with that clip, that's got to be scratchy.
Well, it helped out a lot because I had an itchy part right there. So
No. There you go.
yeah, I think
was
I
just
had some
thinking.
kind of like megabyte or something like that. Not a computer thing, but an actual like bite or something on my ass cheek. It's like a
Yeah.
little red thing, and it was like itchy,
Little
and I'm
little
like,
welt and yeah.
yeah. I'm
Well.
wiggling around like a stripper. I'm like, hey, give me money. And
Like, hey,
you
mommy, you like this, huh?
I'll give you
Yeah.
my okay, no problem. Here, I'll give you a credit card. Yeah. Where to slide it,
That's
It's
just what I was gonna say.
yeah.
It's like you're just careful she doesn't swipe it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Great minds think alike. I tell you, ball people, we think together. You know, we're
Yeah.
thinking, okay, where should we put the change? And
Yeah.
yeah, down the line, was it like 2022 now? When it gets to like 2050, which I'm probably not gonna be alive anyway. But anyway, 2050, they're gonna have like strippers still around, and like, hey, I only got a card, no problem, just swipe it right here on my rib. Yeah,
Yep. Like on here, I got a reader.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like one of those things where you just go beep, you know.
Like, I thought I was grabbing an ass. It cost me $45.
Yeah. I went to get one of those credit cards that you just go and go beep like that,
Yep.
and I'm like, my girlfriend was like saying, she goes, hey, you don't have to change your number. Your number's gonna be on there, no problem. They switch it right over. I'm like, all right, cool. I went to the bank. Yeah, we gotta switch your number. The fuck, really? I'm like, now I gotta go through every
Yeah.
fucking thing.
Yeah. So you got to go reset everything now.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I go and watch I got a thing in my email saying it was like your card has been declined for Disney Plus. I'm like, fuck, there's another one.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
got
I've
$6.
I had to go through and do all of that back in like August because
Yeah.
one of my cards expired, and they sent me a new card, which is fine, but
Yeah.
the number was changed, and I was like, the
Oh.
fuck. And so yeah, I had to go through and like Amazon and freaking Disney and Netflix and Hulu, and I have way too many streaming services.
What? Yeah, because I did like, was it the first ones I knew about? I'm like, okay, let me do Amazon because I'm always ordering shit from Amazon.
Yeah,
And
that was
then,
why I did Amazon too.
yeah, so I'm like, all right, I got to do Amazon. And then what was the one? The other ones were, the basic ones. Your insurance, you're doing this,
Yep,
whatever.
insurance, cell phone.
Yeah, the cell phone insurance, and there's like one or two other things, and I'm like, okay, I know I'm missing something. And I was like, bring, like it's been declined. I'm like, oh, that's the one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, although
So,
I got to be honest, I do one thing I do like about my cell phone plan is we got the HBO with it too. So there's some good shows on there.
oh, you bitch, I hate you.
But
Yeah, we got the thing where it's like, if you go on, hold on, you get oh, there's my whole head. All right, so they go, was it Metro PCS or whatever? So
uh-huh.
like, oh, if you go and join us, you get, you sign on and you get Netflix on us. I'm like, what about now? I'm with you guys. Can I just go and get Netflix now? No, you have to sign on like a new
Yeah,
person.
you have to be a new account.
Oh, son of a bitch. How about if I cancel yours, cancel yours, and then come back in? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
That
I
was
just go to Boost Mobile next door and then come
I
back
said
over.
that was basically how I convinced AT&T to give me HBO was because I'm like, look, I can cancel and sign back up, and then you have to give me the free HBO, or you can just give me the fucking HBO and avoid the paperwork.
Yeah,
And
that's
and
true.
and the kid at the store was just like, you know what, you got a point.
Yeah. Yeah, I only get paid like fucking $12 an hour. Ah, no.
Yeah, he was just like, I don't want to deal with your big bald ass right now.
Yeah.
Here you go, click, 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 done. I was like, that's it. That's all it took. And he's like, yeah,
Don't,
it's just an option. I just have to turn it on. I'm like, oh, thank you.
don't you have to do a scene with Constantine? I don't know. You know?
But yeah, so I mean, it was like I said, it was quick and painless, and
Yeah.
like I said, they've gotten a lot of freaking money out of me over the years. So
Hey, quick and painless. That's what they said about the COVID fucking thing.
yeah, 15 days
But
flat. Remember?
no, you put the thing up your nose. It's
Oh,
like,
that? Oh, fuck no, I hate
oh,
that.
oh, Jesus Christ! Did I tell you the story about that?
Which?
I because I was sick and I thought I had COVID. No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had to do a procedure, and they're like, "Oh, you have to go and do this COVID test." And I'm like, "Okay." So I went down there, did the COVID test, and all of a sudden, they're like, "Next," and I'm like, "Okay, sit here." And I'm like, "All right." And then we're gonna put this thing in, and put it up and put it in your nose, and I figured they're just gonna wiggle around like you do
Oh
when
no,
you're,
they're gonna
no,
scratch your brain.
no, no, I know. My day, jam that son of a bitch. Now, given the room, it's like an office room,
Yeah.
where the wall is like halfway to the ceiling, and there's a gap.
Oh,
So there's a gap right there, and then you can hear everything through the.
yeah, like
So
the
then
next
all
room
of a sudden
over
I'm
and shit.
like, yeah, because they're like, okay, here we go, and I'm like, oh no, son of a bitch, and then it's like, all right, now the other one, I'm like, oh, what are you, King Tut? I'm like trying to pull my brain out of my nose, and then all of a sudden after it was like, I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. And it was like the most worst experience, and people probably listening to this saying, "Yeah, he's fucking right." I walked
Yeah,
out the door. The woman's sitting there, and the guy's like, "Next," and she's like, "No, sorry." Yeah,
like hard pass. Yeah.
yeah. I
So,
heard all the screaming already. Yeah,
yeah, and I've had a few at this point.
yeah,
Just because of the way my luck rolls,
Hmm.
I have not felt sick at all. I have
No,
been fine the last 3 years now.
yeah,
Or well, I should say we're going on year 3. I've been
Mhm.
fine. I haven't had a sniffle. I haven't had a cough. I have a cough right now, but it's self-inflicted. So I'm not really feeling too worried about it.
yeah.
I accidentally inhaled some degreaser. Full on chemical burn in my throat. It's irritating the Christ out of me. So I have a little bit of a cough if I sit for too long, just to clear my throat, just
Yeah.
and like I'm at the store doing that, and people are looking at me like unclean, unclean, and I'm like,
You
motherfucker, no, I was huffing oven cleaner, get fucked,
you're an unclean spirit. You
But
must die.
yeah, they're like, no, be gone, you're gonna give us all the plague. Like,
Oh, Satan! No.
nah, motherfucker, I'm fine. But I don't at this point. I'm like, it's like, I mean, I not to shit on people who get really concerned about these things, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like, like Neo from the Matrix when it comes to fucking COVID, because I've had 3 different instances at my job where people were like, oh yeah, by the way, and anybody that was in the office on Thursday, you were exposed because so and so tested positive for COVID today, which means you were in the infection. And I'm like, I'm one of the like 4 people that is in the office every freaking day. So,
Yeah.
so every time it drops, oh yeah, so and so was in the office and they just tested positive for COVID. We all have to go get checked again. Nothing. Every time I come up negative, I have had people I was at work with that day test positive. Like,
Yeah.
we were both there. We were sitting at the same meeting. I'm fine. You're not. How does that work? So I've had that Q-tip
I
shoved
was
up
there,
my
and I
nose
and I
several
tested him
times.
too. I tested him. He wasn't positive. No.
Yeah. So it's like I've had a Q-tip up my nose multiple times at this point.
Yeah.
And
Well,
now we have a case of tests at the office, just like the rapid instant tests.
yeah.
Just because it was like we're all getting sick of having to take 2 days off of work just to wait for the test results to come back. So it's like,
I
yeah,
just I love the fact we go like even my work was like it's like listen if you feel sick just fucking stay home. I'm like all right whatever.
yeah.
So
Oh
that
yeah.
was
I
it.
mean, and that'd be fine if I felt sick. But
Yeah.
I feel fine, so I'm like, this is some bullshit.
No, I mean, like, if I was like, like had a cough or a sniffle or something, I'm like, and I got the mask on, I'm like, fuck it, I'm going in, because
Yeah, well,
that was that. But then if I feel like I can't fucking move, like holy shit, somebody stuck a stake in my fucking heart like a vampire, and I can't move, and I'm
yeah,
like, I'm fucking staying home, fuck
yeah.
it,
No, that makes perfect sense.
yeah. But there's times where I'm like, I don't feel like going. Yeah, no, because like my brother had apparently he had COVID. My mom was telling me this. And it's like, oh, your brother had. I'm like, when? It's like, oh, wow, I don't know, a couple of days after Christmas or whatever, or before New Year's actually. And I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, I was at the house like fucking Christmas fucking night, to hand the present, get a
Yeah.
presents to him that we couldn't, because my nephew was sick, and I went over there, and then he was just sick with a flu, I guess, and that was it. And then I
Yeah.
told my girlfriend, she goes, "You're infected?" I'm like, "No." He got like after it's like, well, he might have. Didn't you say we call his his son was sick? I'm like, yeah, but it wasn't COVID. They would have said shit.
Well, and on top of that, it's like if you feel fine, I mean,
Oh no, we call it. My nephew was just like he looked like usually he's the most energetic.
well, no, I meant if you feel fine.
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
like,
I was fine. I'm like, I take all the medicine. I take the gummy bear fucking like vitamin shit. Yes, people, I'm 40 fucking 8. I got gummy vitamins.
hey, so
You
do
know.
I. Those things are fucking
Oh, good.
fantastic.
Okay. See, like I said, all people know what's going on here. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm doing it's like ordering a quart.
Yeah. No, I love gummy vitamins. I don't give a damn.
It's like I have my
Men in their
cereal.
40s have every right to have gummy vitamins.
Yeah. And then when I get to 50, which is 2 years now, I guess.
We're
Yeah,
still
2
gonna
years.
have gummy vitamins. Fuck it.
I'm gonna have extra gummies. Yeah.
Yep. Well, I gotta.
Actually,
I was gonna say. Speaking of gummies,
yeah.
I have this guy who's supposed to be coming by the house. I gotta call him.
I know. It's like, hey, I need the gummies that give me a kick.
I need
Yeah.
those extra gummies. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that really walk around when you do eat them.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I joke about it a lot. I don't know if that would be a good take for me. Yeah.
they're like, oh my god, he's high. No, it's not. It's gummy bears.
Like he's high. Yeah. No, look, he's eating gummies. Yeah. No, those are actual gummy bears.
No, they're actually gummy bears.
Aaron's acting that way because he has 6 pounds of sugar in his stomach right now.
That's like me with Skittles. Oh shit.
Oh, Skittles.
Oh my god, I love Skittles, but man, it's just like you're like, and then after you come down, you're like, oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the come down's the hard part. It's like,
Yeah.
oh.
I did that. We called when I my first was it my first job, like my second, no, actually my first job, and they transferred to another building, and their coffee truck guy would come around like 8 o'clock in the morning. I would get, and I'm like usually hung over, around that time. And I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, I need coffee, get the coffee, got the bagel, hey, Skittles, make my day go by quicker. And I got Skittles, and I'm fucking running up and down the hallway. We call it the aisles of the warehouse and all that. And by like 12 o'clock, I'm like, hey,
Like, that was
yeah,
fun. Next
yeah. I'm
time.
like, oh, it came down.
Yeah. That's
Then you had,
that's one of those things. I'm a simple guy. Those are the things that I need to get through life. A little bit of sugar, a little bit of caffeine. I'm good.
I know. Then they tell you, oh, caffeine, it's in chocolate. You can't have chocolate. Oh, fucking shit, really? Just first I can't drink beer. Now I can't have fucking chocolate. What else you gonna take?
Yeah, really. I mean, well, don't you want to live to see 90? Not if I'm going to be
Yeah,
miserable for the next 30 fucking years.
I don't know. I always had myself figured I'm not gonna be around after 56 anyway. So
I can't say
no.
anything. I never thought I was going to make it past 30. So,
I mean, I figured I was gonna pass 30 because I've been drinking like a loon. We call it up to like 35, 36, whatever, somewhere around there. But
yeah.
I was drinking everything. Hey, speaking of drinks, what is your favorite drink again?
Oh, my favorite drink, I like whiskey. Either whether it's a good scotch or a good bourbon.
Yeah, mine was shit, what the hell was it? I had it's like so many different ones. I started out with like Jack and Coke, and I started with rum and Coke, and then I went to beer,
Yeah.
and then I drank beer, and then I went back to rum and Coke and Jack and Coke, and then I had Jägermeister. I got introduced to Jägermeister. I was like, oh, and they're talking about medicine, liquid
Yeah,
medicine.
that
Now,
yeah. I
folks, if you can give Aaron the like shake and shiver, just from a shot,
Oh, that
yeah,
that that that's the one too. That'll be the one to like. "Rah, rah." I have one of my very good buddies. Actually, my buddy Jerry. You would like him. He's one of us.
oh, there you go.
He's good people.
He's
He's
bald and beautiful too.
yeah, that too. Um, luxurious long mustache.
Oh,
Is one of my
I'm
chef
jealous already.
one of my chef buddies. You know. Yeah, I
Keep
actually
the hair up.
got the beard starting to come in back in. I was like, yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, there you
But
go.
it's so the reason I keep shaving it off. Like I had my COVID beard for a while because I didn't shave for like 2 months,
Uh,
and this is like a week's worth of growth. But I hairy up pretty fucking quick, and
like this right here, me, like the goatee. This part right here will grow in much faster than like around here. Like here will grow in, yeah.
yeah,
But like here, I got like I'll have peach fuzz kind of stuff,
yeah.
like
Well,
patches.
yeah. See, actually, it doesn't show up on camera real good, but this,
Yeah.
you know what I found out? This is all white now.
Oh, cool.
There's hair
Yeah.
there. You just can't see it because it's like bleached out with my pale ass skin.
But I found out girls like the salt and pepper look. So hey,
Yeah, apparently. I
yeah.
actually had somebody comment like, "Wow, that's like white." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know." That's
Ah,
because if you look at my genetic profile, my mom has like dark hair, dark eyes. My dad looks like fucking Thor. He's got
yeah.
platinum blonde hair and blue eyes. It's like, and I used to be all like kind of salty about it because like my brother got dad's hair
Yeah.
and he got the blue eyes and the blonde hair and kind of a baby face. So I was like, oh, all the girls think he's cute, and they look at me and they're like, you look rough, bro.
Yeah,
But
I just did like this because I don't know. I just like the whole bald look
yeah,
kind
it's
of
just
thing. It's
being clean and
menacing, and yeah, it's cleaner too.
yeah.
I didn't have to worry about hair, and especially in the summer.
Oh yeah, it's so
Yeah,
much cooler.
yeah, cooler. But also, you don't have to worry
Yeah.
about like your hair being all curly and shit or
Yeah, well, then
whatever.
that humidity hair and all that shit.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You're like, oh my god,
Yep.
why does it stink? I'm like, well, I got hair. Sorry.
Yep. Hard pass. I'd like to keep it clean.
Actually, what's funny, my brother, my younger brother, he would grow a beard, and his beard, he would look just like fucking Santa Claus. When it comes like, was it? No,
No
that's
shave
no.
November.
Yeah, I was gonna say no nut November, but I mean
That's
no shave
that's a
November.
different thing.
Yeah, yeah, that's a
I do not endorse that personal thing. That's unhealthy
yeah,
for your prostate.
yeah. No, it's like listen, just fuck as much as you could. Yeah,
Yep.
even if it's like an inanimate object, especially when you talk on Spaces, on Twitter about like sex dolls and all that shit. So, but
Yep. Well, I mean, there's I was
you
not that
caught
I
on
had.
the tail end of that
It was,
one space thing. You
yeah.
came in on because you were driving. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with the timing is usually you guys are in the spaces when I'm like in traffic and I'm giving people the finger, and
Well, yeah, because it's like what 5 o'clock, I think, and this guy, folks, if you don't know what Spaces is, it's like a chat room like AOL, but it's in Twitter, and in this one you can pretty much talk your shit instead of typing your crampy fingers in it, um, and you just talk about whatever, and they record it as it is, and the person that hosts the whole thing can request the recordings, and you can use whatever. So.
yes,
There's a
yes, I
buddy
was
of
not
mine.
texting while driving or typing while driving.
No, you
That
can
is,
you can put that on, click it on there, and it will, like a speakerphone.
yeah,
You just talk, and it talks to, like, you talk to everybody, and then you can have like maybe
I think it's
you
like
can have about 50 to 60 fucking people on there. But what's funny about it is like 10 people can have speakers, like be able to talk. You can like grant people like 10 of them, and then everybody else is just listening. But anybody can join in. You can have like a serial killer that's just going through Twitter and like, oh, we're gonna go in here and see what about how to make fucking barbecue sauce. Yeah,
yep, and then yeah,
child
just
porn, and
ugh, yeah,
no, not that. Well, I'm just saying we call like what was it sex toys, sex
Yeah,
dolls.
the
Oh
sex
yeah,
dolls, and
yeah,
that was an interesting.
yeah.
I
It
caught the
was
tail end
very
of that, and
interesting
I'm like, okay, we're going where now? Who to what now?
because we had was it if folks doesn't know, here's going to be honorable mentions for you. You got like you got Piggly Dog, which is a podcast, and you got a guy from Chat Smash, and then you got another guy from I forgot what the other fucking one was, but then you got Kelly from Drunk Theory, and
Yep.
we
And
were just
I
talking
think
about.
wasn't Pixie in on that one too?
Yeah, she always pops in there, but she's always busy. This
Yeah,
woman is
that
the busiest
I was
woman on as a podcaster.
the busiest woman in independent podcasting. That's what
Yeah,
she is.
she
She's
has. I mean, she's
always
getting
got shit going.
yeah. She's close to like 10,000 fucking followers. Yeah,
Man, good on her.
yeah. I'm like, I want to get to
She's busting
10,000.
her hump to get there. So,
Actually, this guy, remember Big Nick from
yes,
the gag on this podcast.
yeah,
So he uh he mentioned on Twitter, a lot of people are like, I don't go on Twitter, But anyway, so he's like, listen, if I can get to 10,000, he's getting close to 10,000. So if he gets to 10,000, he said that on his show he'll just like sit there. We call it fucking topless. Yeah, just have a shirt and just sit there and just like whatever, just talk about it with topless and then all of a sudden he's like, well, if Pixie can go and do that at 10,000 and she's near there, I'm like, listen, if you guys can get me at near 10,000, I'll go topless too. I'll join the ranks. Like
yeah,
like the polar bear club. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I suppose I'd say I'd do it, but I don't think anybody wants to see me topless.
hey, I got unique
I got a
looking.
pretty nice setup. I got a pretty nice rack, you know.
Yeah, yeah, we got the same size as Pixie as it is. So. Pixie's like, what the fuck are they talking about?
So, what are these ass? I
Oh
swear
my!
to God.
I'm not friends with these guys ever again. No, we're all good. We always like, honestly, Twitter community is like the Twitter and podcast community in Twitter is just phenomenal. So
Yeah, I mean, you get a few pain in the asses, but
yeah,
for the most
yeah.
part, everybody's pretty fucking cool.
Which Vinny from Chat Match, me and him we were talking. Actually, he was on my show last night. It's just a fucking wait till you see this one and hear it. It is like I got all three of Chat Smash like in a thing, but they were doing comedy skits while I was talking to the guy. It was like fucking crazy.
That had to be entertaining.
Oh my god, it is. It's like I'm sitting there and I'm talking to Vinny, and all of a sudden here comes this guy comes out from the chair and from the table. He goes, hey, the war over, and he's wearing like a military helmet, from like the 40s or whatever, like Italian or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Hey, the war is over." And he goes, "Yeah, what? How long you been down there?" Yeah, I thought there was something else going on, honestly. Yeah,
Well, I mean, hey, maybe.
yeah, maybe. But yeah, it was just like it was crazy, and um, what was I getting at anyway? I forgot.
I don't know.
I just lost
The
track.
awesome community people.
Yeah, no. Twitter is if you're gonna do a podcast, go on Twitter, put your name out there. You're gonna have people following you. They'll retweet your shit. They'll help you out. If you're a new person to it, it's bless you. And that was my girlfriend sneezing.
Yeah.
Probably from the pepper. So yeah. But yeah, that's what you got to do. But
Yep.
yeah, sorry to take over your show here.
Oh
I
no,
know.
that's the whole point.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly, the whole reason I decided to start doing more guest spots. I mean, other than like, I was doing like talking to you and be like, all right, this is cool. I like this guy. I gotta bullshit with
Yeah.
him some more. I need excuses to bullshit with the people.
Yeah, we
But
got rapport kind of thing going on.
I like to think so.
Yeah.
And I like cool people, so that helps.
Yeah. Oh, thank you
But
for calling me cool, Mr. Cool. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I was like, I wanted to add a little extra dimension because my regular episodes is a lot of just me going off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some people like it. So I'm surprised I haven't gotten more like aggressive, like, dude, you suck kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Because, I mean, I have probably said some things that are kind of unpopular. I don't give a fuck, but
Well, that's the name of the show. I had to
yeah,
say it.
I
So,
had to say it. It needed to
yeah,
be said.
that's what it is. Like, it's
And
your own opinion, so you're entitled to your opinions.
yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I'm a firm believer that as long as you're not hurting anybody, I really don't give a shit what you do on your own time or with your own life.
But then you're gonna have that one person going, "Oh, words hurt," like
Yeah, that's I
so
was
does a
expecting a
bullet.
lot more of that.
Yeah, so is a bullet. You don't see them fucking doing it. Shit.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the reason why I want to move out of this fucking apartment. Because me and my girlfriend are like, listen, oh, that was an old story. I don't know if I told you that story. Yeah, we're going stories, folks. We're going to tell some stories from the the apartment crib. Actually, I think I did tell you one of them, but it was like every holiday, it's usually something that happens. So we're Thanksgiving, come back home. Thanksgiving comes around, and I go to me and my girlfriend go to my sister's. We come back, and we're watching movies until like 1 o'clock in the morning. So it's like, all right, time to go to sleep. And I look outside my window where I'm in an apartment complex, and I see flashes of light, and no, it's not a UFO. And beeping like somebody's backing up to take, like hauling away a car or something.
yeah,
So that's what I thought it was. Oh, somebody's parking a spot that's not supposed to be or whatever. Nah,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Somebody's getting towed or whatever.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And then all of a sudden we hear helicopters. And I'm like, the fuck? What the hell is that? I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, well, whatever. And I'm a dead sleeper, so I'll fucking fall asleep and I won't hear shit. So next morning, we get up and we're like, all right, let's go and get the Christmas shit out of the garage and set it up and everything else. We get to the garage. Given, like I said, we're in an apartment complex, so the garages are like on each side of the parking lot. We get to ours, and right across is a crime scene van.
Oh,
And yeah, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And there's like, you could tell they're like undercover, policemen cars, whatever. They got the fucking 4-door sedan looking thing, like I was watching Marlboro, like Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
That's classic.
Oh man, that's. But all of a sudden after the guy that's trying to collect the garbage, everybody's in the fucking way, and he can't. He's freaking out. He goes, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, there's like the one lady that knows everything about everybody in the fucking apartment building, and she's talking to a guy that's our section, like C block section of our apartment building, which I call the mayor because he pretty much knows everything and anybody in that section. It's like, oh, that guy's leaving in about 2 months. Oh, this one's having sex with that person over there.
That guy's sleeping with that guy's wife, and that guy's wife is over there hopping on that lady, and
yeah, exactly. And then the dog, humped that person over there. But since we're doing bestiality now,
bad boy, bad.
Yeah, boy, here's a bone. Oh no.
Ooh.
But so then she's like, oh well, there was a shooting over there. And I'm like, really? And she talks like that, like really soft spoken. And she's like, I guess they didn't like the turkey. I was like, I'm like, really? That was it? They're gonna shoot because of the turkey? I'm like, what the fuck?
The turkey was a little dry.
Yeah, it was a little dry. It's not moist. So sorry. But yeah, that was that, and it was on like Channel 12, like on the news and everything else. Then Christmas comes around, and nothing. I don't think really happened. But you ever had that Ring? I think I told you this. We call it the Ring. We call it video camera.
Yeah, the bell.
Yeah. Like folks, if you have it, it's like. But then you got to get on the neighborhood fucking watch thing that's on an app.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, did you hear that noise? Did you hear that? So Santa always comes around on. I guess it happens over in your area too. Santa goes on the fire trucks and goes all over the place in different areas. And all of a sudden, like, we heard numerous fire trucks. Something's going wrong. And then one guy's like, it's fucking Santa. Parading around like it usually does. And that was
like,
it.
You must be new.
Yeah,
Santa does this every year.
Yeah, it's like, oh, the sewer, whatever, So then New Year's Eve comes around. The next day, New Year's Day, and all of a sudden there's like 2 to 3 fucking ambulances, and I'm like, all right, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So that's why we're looking for different houses. So
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
it does make
Just say,
perfect sense, and what
New
doesn't?
Year's Day, I actually always expect to see the ambulances
Well, yeah,
because, well, just I have a slightly different problem. I have hillbillies, and
Hmm?
I generally expect one of them at least to blow themselves up.
Dukes of
It's
Hazzard.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, over your house. Like shit.
well, them Duke boys might not get out of this motherfucker.
Oh man, you watch the same shows I do, man. We could. That's awesome. We could. Especially they
Yep.
stop and
Yep.
like, I don't know if they're gonna make it.
Yeah. Poof. Okay. Yeah, that would have wrecked the suspension.
I, can we just talk about that for a minute? I all right. I know I don't talk about it as much, but this is like something I. Okay, the fact that they take away certain shows because it's from the South, and
Yep.
because of that certain thing that happened in the South, which is the was it a kid that pretty much blew away 8 people in a church, I think.
The one in Texas,
Yeah,
or
the one
the one
Texas
I was gonna say there's one in Texas. There was one in I want to say it was one of the Carolinas.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The no, the one in Texas was the kid in the bell tower.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
church was I think it was Alabama or Carolina. It was one of them southern fellas.
Yeah, yeah, the guy gets arrested and everything else, but then
Yeah.
I think this is like around when Obama was
Yeah. Back.
president, was the president, and all that. And then they're like, oh, we're gonna have to like dismantle or disband. We call it this, and take these statues down. And I'm like, fucking history stuff, and they take away the Dukes of Hazzard. I'm like,
Yeah.
are
I
you
that
fucking kidding
that
me?
pissed me off.
I'm
I
like,
like
my childhood.
yeah, and to be honest, there was it was a bunch of cracker ass white people, but they were doing cracker ass white people things. They weren't hurting nobody. They weren't being
Yeah.
racist towards anybody. They were fucking with the cops.
No, even like and I say this like with respect. I'm like they were going like they'll show like black people in there on the show, and it's like oh this is our buddy we call lives down the way and everything else, and I'm like they don't go like oh there's blah 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 blah
Yeah,
and saying derogatory stuff to them or something like that, or have pitchforks and torches, you
yeah,
know
or little pointy hats.
yeah or something like that, and they look oh my god I got bed sheet, you know
Yep,
or pillowcase. I'm like, hey, I got a pillowcase for my head. Yeah.
yep.
I'm boobaloo.
But yeah,
Gross.
and that
Yeah.
kind of hurt my feelings too, because like when I was little, I had the Dukes of Hazzard big wheel,
Oh
and
yeah.
that was
The
awesome.
lunchbox.
Yeah, with the thermos in it, and
Oh,
yeah,
kids these days don't know how it is, man.
yep. Like
Now they're sitting there watching fucking YouTube. I mean, yeah, I do too. But I'm
uh,
fucking 48.
yeah, I would say we're grown. We earned our right to watch YouTube.
Yeah, sit there and fucking gut hanging out. Okay, guys, let's go. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting that. Like, I'm hoping to get that house because my girlfriend's like, "Listen, you can get that recliner you always want." I'm like, "Oh fuck yeah!"
Yeah. I need to get a new recliner. Because I got a recliner a few months ago from one of my wife's family members because they got new chairs for their living room and they had this recliner that it had been like it was one of the electric ones and it was somebody else's and they got it from her and then they were like, oh yeah, we've only had it for like a year, it's practically brand new, you want it? And I'm like, yeah, sure, sounds great.
Yeah,
And yeah, it was really comfortable for a couple months, and
yeah,
then I realized it just wasn't quite structurally sound enough for somebody of my dimensions.
yeah.
Because
No, right?
I was going to put the legs up one day, and it just went pling, and I was like, that
Oh,
didn't sound right.
why is
And
there a screw in my ass?
yeah, I was like that did. Well, no, actually, the like lift arm thing that goes into the electric motor.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was not happy. it is a little crooked now, and I was like, I noticed it was a little crooked before. Like it was because when I had moved it into the house, I had to like disassemble the chair to get it in the house.
Yeah.
So I had it like tipped upside down so I could get all the electrical hookups and shit. And I was looking at it, I'm like, I don't think that's supposed to be that angle. I don't think it's supposed to be tweaked like that.
Yeah.
But I was on the other part of me was like, well, because I tried, straightening it and it didn't want to move. So I was like, well, maybe it's supposed to be like that. And I just don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And yeah, it turns out, no, I was right. It was supposed to be straight. So I got a broken chair from my wife's family members that,
Oh, we love you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was like, shit, it was free. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
And I still have it. It's still in my living room. It's just
Yeah.
not a recliner anymore. Now it's just a chair.
Yeah,
So
there you go. Just like, okay, I can't call back now. So sorry.
yeah, and that actually kind of worked out conveniently because I got to unplug it and take all the wires off the back. So now it's just a chair, so the vacuum doesn't keep getting caught in the frickin' wires anymore.
Yeah.
Because that was a problem. I got a little while back. My wife wanted one of those Roombas, so we got one because I got a good deal on it. Got it from an online auction for like,
Oh yeah, that's right. You told me about that.
yeah,
The
and
Roomba.
the Roomba, and it does the job of so I can be lazy and not have to vacuum. And but yeah, it would get tangled up in the cord to the chair. I'm
Yeah.
like stupid thing, go around. Don't go back there,
You're gonna hit the wire. Just go around it.
Yeah, just go around it. You have sensors and shit. Why do you insist on doing that? I've
I'm
seen
thinking
this
about
vacuum chase the cat.
Meow.
Yeah, the cat's like, fuck this. And the
Or just sit
vacuum,
on top of it. I'm just gonna sit here.
yeah, no,
Go around.
I've actually seen videos of that, but he won't do it. I tried getting him. I tried putting him on top of it, like this is gonna be cool, and he was just like, "What are you, stupid?" And he just stepped right off of it, just like, "No, go on, go do your job. I'm gonna sit here."
Claws come out, and you're like, ah, shit, I got cut up. What the fuck?
Nah,
Yeah.
he's not that bad. He only claws me like if I roll over around him in my sleep or something. So.
Oh yeah. You ever had a cat we called, it never happened to me, but it was a story my wife, my late wife, God rest her soul. She when we started going out and also like we're in her house, like not her house, her family's house, and we sit on the couch, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, you gotta watch out for Grace. I'm like, which one's Grace? The one that's gonna go by your neck on the couch. I'm like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, he. I'm like, he. I thought it was a she. It's like, well, no, Grace. It's short for Graceland. I'm like, oh,
Oh.
okay, all right. So it's like, but very vindictive cat. Like, one time they said oh, actually, I did see this though because I was living at the house at the time, and they had one of those, the air conditioners in the window, and then there's like always like a little hole somewhere on the sides when you
Yeah, you
open it
got
up.
the little accordion thing on it.
Yeah, and all of a sudden after I'm like outside, I'm like playing around with the dog and everything else. I look up, and there's a bird that has like like a nest somewhere, and all of a sudden you saw an arm, like a furry arm, go. And it looked like a Tom and Jerry fucking skit. I was like, holy fuck. But the reason I say that because my father-in-law, he was sleeping downstairs, and the cat goes in there and like sleeps on the bed with him sometimes. And that's what I've been told. And then he had like, my father-in-law had like some kind of dream, and he kicked the cat in the head by accident. So the next day the cat took offense to it and waited for him the next fucking day and attack his leg, the leg that he fucking kicked him with. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, actually, I could see that being our new cat, the one we have now. We went to go get the kitten. My wife and the lady who's her friend's mom, they were talking about it. She like brings in all the kittens, like, here, come here, kitties, and she opens the door and they all come running in from outside because that's they were used to coming in to get food or whatever.
How many? 50?
No, there were like 4.
Oh, okay.
And because they were like literally just starting to eat solid food. They were like maybe 8 weeks old.
Okay.
But So it was like three girl cats and him, and he was kind of like the runt out of all of them. And they were his sisters were kicking the shit out of him, and but he was not. He was not like just, oh, okay, I'm getting beat up. He was like, what? Ah! And he was like this little like, well, yeah, you can keep knocking me over, but I ain't done yet. That he was like, it was almost like a Captain America moment where he's like, I could do this all day,
Yeah.
and he would get back up and go back at him. And my wife was like, look at him, he looks he's like a perfect little Siamese, but he was like little. And so she picks him up and she's like, oh, here, look, hold him. And I'm like, okay. And she like he like fit right in the palm of my hand. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yes, he's little, he's cute. And I'm like, I like put him on my shoulder, and he just curled up on my shoulder and went to sleep. And her friend's mom was just like, oh, look, now you have to take him. Look at that. That is so sweet. And da 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 da. I'm like, lady, I knew we were leaving with a cat before we got here.
Yeah.
She told me we were just coming to look at the kittens that her friend's mom had.
So it always happens.
But this also was like a 40-minute drive. I did not drive 40 minutes to leave without a cat. She said we were leaving without a cat, but I know full well we're leaving with a cat. If this one's going to be the one we're leaving with, so be it. He seems cool. He's sleeping on my shoulder. That's fine. And she's like, well, I think he's sleeping because his sisters can't get him and he feels safe. I was like, okay, whatever. And she's like, well, do you guys know what you're going to name him? And my wife goes, well, how about Moose? You wanted to get Moose before. Now you can have your Moose. And I'm like, well, I don't know. He's kind of little. He doesn't look like he's going to grow up to be a moose. Yeah. And then her friend's mom, oh my God, that's so cute, Moose. Yeah, you got to call him Moose now. And I'm like, well, looks like I don't have any say in this matter. Your name is Moose.
A cat named Moose.
Yep. And then me being the kind of person I am, which is a little twisted, I was like, Moose is actually his short name. I think he has a full name, and my wife's like, well, what's his full name if Moose is his what is Moose short for exactly? And I said, his full name is Moosifer.
Moosifer.
And she's like, Moosifer. I said, yes.
Child.
But yeah, and he turned out to be a pretty decent cat. He can be a little bit of a prick, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You need to be a little bit of a prick. It kind of goes with the territory.
Yeah, always.
But yeah, he's like kind of a drill sergeant in certain ways. Like, he has figured out that at 5:30 the alarm clock will go off, and then that means I'm supposed to get up and feed him and the dog.
Yeah,
and he is also, I don't know how he tells time exactly, but at like 5:25, he comes running into the bedroom, hops up on the bed, and stares at me until the alarm goes off. As soon as the alarm goes off, if I do not get up, he will get in my face and go, Rah! I'm like, okay, I'm up. And so yeah, he is like, okay, come on, fatty, it's time to get up, time to feed us. Yeah. And if he comes into the bedroom too early and happens to wake my wife up, she'll be like, Moose, go away, the dinger didn't go off yet. And he will like accept that and leave until it's time to come back in and yell at me. It's funny. He's a fun little fella.
He knows his times and all that,
Yeah, he's it's definitely entertaining.
Very entertaining.
Very interesting.
Indeed.
But, yes.
Strange. Very strange. My girlfriend says very strange.
Very strange, yes.
Indeed.
Okay.
You crazy Americans.
Yes. You remember laughing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Bit. That just popped into my head. Very interesting. But stupid.
Yeah.
The little guy in the German helmet.
Now, what comes pops up in my mind is your favorite thing and mine, Mel Brooks.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
especially with Young Frankenstein. Yeah, it's like
Yes.
Van Buddha.
Baruka!
Yeah, Brooke. Yeah, it's like that's what. It's like,
That's
is your boyfriend? Yes, yes, he's my boyfriend. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna watch that tonight. Or no, wait, I was gonna go watch Eternals. That's what I was gonna do.
yeah.
I
Well,
gotta stay focused.
yeah, Eternals, and then you watch, because you like you said, your wife is gonna be asleep,
Yeah,
so you might as well
probably.
stay up and watch some other stuff.
Yeah,
Eternals and
Eternals.
Eternals you gotta watch with the wife if she's like a fan of it. Yeah.
Eh, she's more can take it or leave it. That's
Oh, okay. Yeah.
it's not her particular cup of tea, as it
Well,
were.
just do a double feature of Mel Brooks. Do Young Frankenstein and Spaceballs.
Yeah. Actually, I just watched Blazing Saddles like 2 days ago.
Oh, there you go.
I
Continuing.
was floored that that's still available to stream. I was like, wow, nobody tried to cancel this yet, huh?
Yeah, that's one of the things I was trying to put for your episode, and all. It's like everyone was like very derogatory, and I'm like, I can't use this.
Yeah. Like,
But that's why I was thinking like,
uh,
like Young Frankenstein. You got a couple of good ones in there. And then you got the uh, and Spaceballs. You always got like good stuff. He goes,
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
I was just thinking about assholes. And I was like, assholes? It's like, what? He goes, that's Philip. Make fun of an asshole. And it's like, oh. And then they start doing, what was he on? It's like, Pizza the Hut.
Pizza the
Yeah.
Hut.
Yeah.
You're
He ate
delicious.
himself to death.
we
Now
can
we
keep the
continue.
money.
Now we continue with our feature movie, Rocky 5000. I'm like, holy shit, Rocky's like, that's the only movie that they're gonna have, like Rocky. And
Yep.
then and President Scroob.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's with the beaming? My head's on backwards. How come nobody told me my ass was this big?
Yeah. Sorry, sir. We're going to retract right now. 1, 2, lock on.
Yeah. Or like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the kind of thing an idiot puts on his luggage. Hey, that's the same combination as my luggage.
And they're like, oh, yeah. He was like,
I
well,
love that movie.
hey, we're going to go to light speed. Fuck that shit. We're going to ludicrous speed. We haven't gone to ludicrous speed. It's like, buckle this. Let's ludicrous speed.
Ludicrous speed. Go!
He goes, slow down. He goes, we can't slow down. We can't. We gotta go down slow.
We gotta slow down. Bullshit.
My brain's going in my feet.
I love it.
Have you combed the desert? We ain't found shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ones, especially when he does like the whole promo. It's like Spaceballs, the movie.
Merchandise.
Spaceballs, the lunchbox. Spaceballs, the flamethrower. The kids love this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would play with that.
I think for my next I want to be able to have a Squid flamethrower. Yeah. Make it happen, people. Yeah.
We could do something. That's actually a flamethrower is on my list of things to pick up in the coming months. Or I'm sorry, roofing torch.
Yeah.
Although flamethrowers are not illegal, you can buy one.
Yeah.
I checked.
It's legal, motherfuckers. Like doing it. But you ever seen was it what the fuck? Something in L.A. or it had Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
There you go.
Yes.
Have you seen that movie?
I have. I That was a very good movie.
Oh my god, the dog scene.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, I love that thing.
That
I love the movie. There's certain parts I start falling asleep on, and
yeah.
I'm like, okay. And I didn't know it was about Charles Manson.
Yeah, the Manson family
Yeah, the
stuff.
Manson family. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And my girlfriend's telling me the whole story. It's like, yeah, this is like this person, and the house is over here, but you had to go to this house to go to that, And I'm
Yeah.
like, all right. All of a sudden, there's Brad Pitt with the pit bull or yeah, pit bull.
Yeah, big old bulldog is.
Yeah,
That was a
and
very well trained dog.
yeah, and you know what I'm saying? He goes, like. There's this, folks. There is a scene in this whole thing. If you have not seen, you gotta watch it. There's a scene where three of the members of the Manson family go into this house and try to kill everybody in there. Brad Pitt beats up, but then also beats up one guy, signals the dog. I figured, oh, like come here or whatever, and just lunges after this guy's throat. And
Yep.
poor, and then he goes after another guy, as we call it, like junk, and tears it off. You know, and
Yeah.
then the other woman is, had like a knife thrown at her or something. I forgot what it was, and she's like, you know, like chasing like a mad woman. Gets gets shot like 3 times, falls into the pool, and then
Yeah, she's
she
like
rises
still
up like
flailing around with the knife.
yeah, still flying with a knife. It's like Scream, just like a last minute like horror like hoorah kind of thing. And then here's Leonardo DiCaprio with the flamethrower going, throughout the whole thing. You can see from up above, and she's just a roasted marshmallow. Yeah.
Yep.
And this is my girlfriend when she sees this, like, I'm like, this is awesome
Like,
fucking movie. Yeah, I was
well,
like, oh,
I think it's funny after that too, where they're talking to the cops. It's like, yeah, it didn't turn out too good for the fucking hippies.
yeah. It did turn out pretty good. That family did not go well.
Yeah.
But it was like we go and watch that, and she's like, she always has like that, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, like that kind of
Yeah.
thing. But then we were watching, no, what was it? Fear Street.
Okay. Yeah. I had to think about that for a second. That's the one. There was like 3 different ones, right?
Yeah. It's like 3 different years, but it's all about a witch
Yeah.
from the town that's supposed to be coming back, and they did everything in reverse. So from the date, the year that they show first is what's going on, and then
Yeah. And then it goes back to like the 80s, and then it
yeah,
goes.
it was 1996, and then the other one was 1986, and then or 1994 or something like that, and then the other one was like as the witch was being known in the very get go, like
Yeah.
like
When it was
in
like
the huts
the
and
like when it was like pilgrims and shit.
yeah, the pilgrimage kind of
Like,
thing and everything else, where
yeah.
witches are like evil, and it was like 1666 or something like
Yeah.
that.
Something like that.
But the very first one, which was like a scene that they were in a supermarket, fuck the supermarket and everything else. And there was like certain people, and then me and my girlfriend were just like pinpoint who's gonna fucking die first. She's like, I
Yeah.
don't know, the stupid kid's probably gonna get it first. And then all of a sudden, like, and then that was it. Then we'll see what happens down the line. All of a sudden, the girl that's running for class president fucking gets it first through a bread slicer,
Yeah.
and yeah, and all of a sudden, this is my girlfriend going like, and all of a sudden I'm like, holy shit, and I'm grinning, and she goes, how can you be smiling during this? I'm
Because
like,
it's funny.
I've seen this shit kind of thing before, and plus the way you're acting, I'm laughing because I never seen you do this shit. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm laughing at you, darling.
Yeah, it's like,
It's funny.
I'm sorry, but she goes, holy shit. She goes, mother of pearl. Yeah, and that's like her key phrase and all that. So, but it's just crazy.
If you just you want to just do a real quick, tell everybody where to find you, yada yada yada.
Yeah,
And
sure, man. His name is Tattoo Squid Podcast, which is the podcast. My name is Dre. I'm the host, and you can find me on. If you're doing Twitter, it's at podcast Tattoo Squid, which is TA2SQUID. And also, but if you just want to go to other links, just go to Linktree, linktr.ee/ Tattoo Squid Podcast, and you'll find everything from merch to coffee. Well, I don't know, coffee, my payment plan didn't go through. What else? Anything from Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. I haven't been on Twitch in a while, so.
Join me, 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty, on my podcast, My Life of Crime, as I take on true crime investigations like no other. This season, I'm looking into the labyrinth of crime and secrets within families. I'm cutting straight to the evidence and talking to the people directly involved, including investigators and the families of victims. Listen to My Life of Crime with Erin Moriarty wherever you get your podcasts.
Thanks for listening to another episode of I Had to Say It. If you liked what you heard, leave a review, give us a follow, give me some feedback. And if you didn't like what you heard, leave a review, give me a follow, give me some feedback. I'll try and fix it. Check us out on all the social media platforms. At I Had to Say It podcast is the trigger for all that stuff, for the search term. And if you want, check out the website, www.ihadtosayitpodcast.com. There's links to people that have been involved with the program, things I've talked about. There are some links available for some merch that we're working on, and there are ways to contact us there as well. And thanks for listening, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.